would have been better. Yeah.
Okay. So hi, I am Ashutosh, and I'm Chief Growth Officer of Indigo Software. It's a AI company, AI ML company. We have primary operations in Japan. So Shilpa Vyapari, who started this company around 1997, so 25, 26 years back. And we have a major client in Japan, and we started a new client in recently we started in India operations as well, in terms of looking for growth in India. So what I'll talk about right now in next 2 minutes, what we are doing right now. So we are one of the few companies in the world, right? Okay, which are having our AI engine, AI platform, continue platform, which is integrated with AI and machine learning, and we are creating AI agents right now. So we have a platform. On this platform, you have applications which are created in natural languages, and on top of it, we have AI agents. So this is the platform which we have, and looking for we came here to have interaction with Namomita, and thank you very much for such a valuable lessons which we are getting right now. And we are hoping in next couple of years that we grow and we grow big. So starting our operations in Dubai and US in next couple of years as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ashutosh.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm glad to actually receive this award on behalf of the first woman entrepreneur in Japan. And partially the credit goes to, not partially, a lot of that credit goes to Mohan and the future sir. The founder of activity. Because of this, the students like Shilpa, they are able to build their business, they are able to sustain it for 25 odd years, right? In all ups and downs. And thank you. Okay. So the credit goes to them. Okay. We are here because she has a vision. She had a vision to convert the services industry to product, and from product now we are actually moving into the new era of AI and ML with LLP, with LLM and AI agentic workflows. So we are there since last 25 years, and we hope to be there for next 125 years. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sridharji. Please, Dr. Mishra, please be on stage. We need to honor Kiran Mehta. Kiran Mehta, we heard him. He needs to run for a meeting, so that's how. Kiran Mehta, please. And one last person, Ashwin, then sir, we will let you sit on the chair, sorry. Ashwin Gami. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, we are little stressed in terms of time already, badly. So, Dr. Vadlamani, can we hear you? It's your keynote, and this will be followed by Dr. Ravi Mishra. He also needs to leave for a lunch meeting, but then, yeah, we will hear her first, and then we have been waiting for the entire day to hear both of them, so please.
Good afternoon, everybody, and it's a pleasure being here with all of you. Thanks a lot, Nabomita, for inviting me here, and me and my colleagues out here. So thank you very much, everybody. So while I start, let me just give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Dr. Satya Vadlamani, and I'm the Chairperson Managing Director of Murli Krishna Pharma. So we are a pharmaceutical company based out of Ranjangaon, Pune. And one thing which I find very, at least in a place like Maharashtra, where I hear a lot about the emphasis being given to women entrepreneurs or male entrepreneurs. I think an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter whether you're a woman or a man. At the end of the day, you need to have the risk-taking capabilities. You need to have an ability within you to take people along with you to face the ups and downs. Because trust me, running an industry in India means you're having Murphy sitting on your boundary wall 24/7. So that is anything and everything that can go wrong will go wrong. When we started in 2004, I think the story was slightly different. There were not many funds available, if you ask me very clearly, for startups. Everybody wanted a guarantor, everybody wanted a background money, everybody wanted someone who could ensure or prove to the banks that you're not going to run away with their money. Which is not wrong. I have nothing against that, because when we started also, we started with Bank of Maharashtra, and I did have a very good experience with them. It was not bad. They really stood by us. I'll just try and give you all a brief background about, before I start, about charting the numbers and talking about how MSMEs move forward. I think you've all heard so much of it that there's an overload on financial aspect right now. But I'll just try and give you a brief about what it is to be an entrepreneur out here. I come from an educational background. My late father was an emeritus professor with IIT Bombay. I grew up in Bombay myself. And my mother is a retired school teacher in economics. She was a postgraduate in economics. My late father-in-law was working in pharmaceuticals. He was a vice president in Ranbaxy. So my entry into pharma occurred somewhere around 92, when I first was observed by one managing director of pharma company who felt I had an ability to market pharmaceuticals. I didn't know a word about them, but I was a quick learner, and I always believe one has to be a student for life, and that is how I entered into pharma. From 92 to 98, I worked in pharmaceutical industry. My last job which I held was as a general manager international business development with Ajanta Pharma. I was also in those days called the youngest general manager who did not belong to any pharma family but who came up on her own. From there on to 2004, when I set up Murli Krishna Pharma. Murli Krishna Pharma was an idea between me, Dr. Shastri, who felt that there was some huge gap between the quality of products produced, the kind of service provided to the buyers, and there was something was definitely lacking in between all these things, because that was the era when marketing was buy it, sell it, forget it. Something like your Hero Honda bike, which used to say fill it, forget it. And that was exactly what marketing was all about. There were few companies like ACG and all that really followed what was meant as an after-sales service system. So we wanted to fill in that gap, and that's where we came in. So when we started this company, the first idea was that we would set up a regulatory compliant plant, which was an essential thing. Two, that we would go by the aqueous processes. Now, why aqueous? The reason is adding solvents into a product, which is already an API which is being used to convert into a finished dosage form. If you're going to add into that residual solvent or solvents, then you have a residual solvent. Residual solvents are what lead to cancer or have carcinogenic effects. And this is actually proven by the fact that when we started Murli Krishna Pharma, the residual solvent limit by ICH was around 5,000 ppm, which is huge. And today they have brought it down to 500 ppm, because everybody is observing the amount of cancer patients who are increasing day in and day out. And we are probably the only company that only works purely on an aqueous base. So that meant innovation had to come in. So we started off as an innovating company, as a company that worked on creating processes that would reduce the toxicity associated with the drugs on the people. And we made a regulatory compliant plant. So a very funny story in this is that when I wanted to start this plant, the initial investment idea was around 1.5 or 2 crores, of which 1 crore we raised among friends, family, and everybody else. And I think we were looking at, I think we put in around 70 lakhs or 80 lakhs, and the bank was to give us around 1.25 crores, which was Bank of Maharashtra. I still remember my father's statement to me: your engineering degree was no great shakes. Are you sure how many zeros are there in 1 crore? And his statement was, because he said, even if we sell everything we possess, I don't think we can repay 1.5 crores. Now, why I'm talking about this is, I was young, I was ready to plunge into something which was new. I also had people who were advising me, but I was, when you are at a particular age, you feel you can conquer the world. And I was out to do it. But even when I was setting up the plant, there was one person who was earlier the chairman of small scale industries, and he's related to me. He warned me, you're reaching the point of no return. Beyond this, there's no return. So think carefully, do you want to go ahead or do you want to go back? We continued. It was not an easy task. Setting up something here, trying to work something around this place. It was good the first couple of years when things were still on a small scale, but as the scale started increasing, the kind of risks that were being taken I think that's where we really learned what entrepreneurship was all about. Entrepreneurship is like deep sea diving, if you ask me, without having any gear. No IIM in the world, no management school in the world prepares you for setting up a company. It prepares you for getting a job at a peak level in any company, but it does not prepare you to set up a company. No theory works. Today you have somebody like Dr. Mishra who's able to talk about how you can take forward your financial requirements and ensure that you get the best out of whatever are the existing systems in the country. But when you're starting something, often I find a lot of youngsters who are into startups today, and my